nuestro ya, vamos a meter por ahí, ahí. Mira lo que se está haciendo. Mira. ¿Lo tiró? Ya. No tiene la toma. Acuérdate que eso tuvo hambre.
Thank you. Is it all the way down now?
Is that?
The motor, is it
engine?
all the way down? Yeah.
The engine's all the way down.
Okay. So you do that as soon as you're
Right.
in the water?
So what we like to do is when we're backing it in, we'll stop at where the prop is in the water. The reason they can do that is because that area, and I'll show you on a little bit later, is where the intake is for the water to cool the system. And you want to get that in the water first, crank it. Once I see that I'm running and everything like that, then it's good to go ahead and put it back in the water. Sometimes, like older boats, if you crank it up or you're not able to crank it, now you're in the water, you're floating free and you're kind of in the wind.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of a nice practice that we've done. I do the same thing with my personal boat.
Okay.
We've got your Garmin installed. Okay. It's working good. 6 feet of water, so you can see how that works. So right, there's your depth right there. That lets you know your depth, and that's just showing you the terrain of the bottom. Okay, your depth finder, your transducer is located on the back left over there. So that's what you're seeing is this area right here. So when you're cruising,
This area.
yeah, it's right. What you're seeing right here is right underneath us right now.
Okay.
Okay, so those are probably little fish that swim by.
And this? Yeah.
So you can set it for however sensitive you want, but that's all in your manual and stuff like that. It's not a touch screen. Everything is off to the side here.
Okay.
Okay. So that's that, and then power. It's real simple. Power on and off right there. All right. This is all your power. Okay. For example, your nav lights. Nav lights. Pardon me. Sorry. Stupid Oscar. Hang on one second. I apologize. Yeah. I'll go ahead. What is it? Yeah, look in the second drawer down. It should be in the back there. So all your instruments are right here. So your horn. Okay. Obviously, this is for a pump. You don't have a bilge pump in here, so not to worry. It's rigged up for one if you did decide to get one. This is your radio, so if you want to turn power on to your Jensen radio, you push that button up, and then your radio comes on.
The radio.
Oh, it's already.
It is AM/FM radio. There's really no antenna. It's inside here, but it's also Bluetooth, so you can hook it up to your phone. All right.
Okay.
We'll turn that off. So docking lights on the front of the boat. Coming up here. These lights right here.
Yeah.
They're called docking lights. So they're kind of like little headlights. They're not real bright, but if you're pulling into a dock at night, it does that. Okay. Then your interior lighting, so that would be like this down here. Okay. And then
That's interior light.
courtesy lights, all that's right there. And then your nav lights are right here. Now you have a red on the left and a green on the
Those
right.
are the navigation ones.
Yes, your nav lights right here. Okay. Now you have red and green on there, and then you also have your anchor lights, what they call it back there.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's for the height, right?
Right. So now during the day, if you're driving, you can leave it just like that, no problem. Okay. But if at night you want to take it, there's a little knob on it. You just take it, turn it a little bit, angle it up, and then just tighten it back down.
Okay. Yeah.
And even when you and even when you go to put the bimini up, the case actually goes over that.
Yeah. So you can.
Right. So that's how you would take it off, but you can leave it on like that. And then when you do put the bimini up, like you want to just go for a cruise, whatever, you put your bimini up. That's still going to stay like that until you literally turn it up.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. Biminis are really easy. They just hook right in. This piece right here. So what you want to do, what you'd want to do is start off with this and that position right there. Okay, all the way. Yeah, and make sure that you're always holding on to this, because if you slide past it and it slips out of your hand,
It will fall.
it'll see.
It will fall.
So when you put all you have to do is unzip this, take that off, then just pull this forward, and then this right here, the hook.
This is the hook?
In right here.
Then you hook it.
And you just pop it in like that.
Okay.
And once it's in, you can pull the tension on the front of it a little bit and run your snap down if you want to. Just depends on they're all just a little bit different, but just works best for you guys. Okay. But in the meantime, I usually leave it right there and just pop it back in the spot. So you just like this. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So you have a USB port right here. So you plug in right there. Okay. That's the fuse for it. These are all the fuses. If they ever blow, you just push that to reset. Okay. This is your kill switch. So if this technically should be connected to your person when you're riding. If you get pulled over by the cops or something like that, it might be a good idea maybe just kind of sneak it on your belt loop or something. But a lot of people don't really do it. In a pontoon boat, unless you've maybe had a couple of drink or you're pulling a ski or something like that and going fast, don't really worry about it. Okay. And then obviously your ignition switch on and off. Okay. This is your trim up and down. This is how you get the engine to go up and down. Okay, right there.
Yeah.
You got two different things. It's called trim and then you have tilt. This is your gauge right here. This lets you know approximately where you're at. Right now you're all the way down. And then as you trim it up, that goes up, right?
Oh, it shows you.
Once it gets to
It
there,
shows you, okay.
then you go to tilt. Tilt is where you want to go once when you're going to take it out of the water and trailer it. You go up to tilt mode, okay? But in the meantime, so when you're first starting off, usually best to start it off with all the way down, okay? And what that does is that's how you're pushing the boat. So if it's all the way down, you're kind of pushing the nose down, okay? As you get going and you want to go faster, you trim it up a little bit. That'll raise your nose up. Less boat in the water means you go a little bit faster.
Exactly.
Sometimes it's a little bit smoother ride as well. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
You got that one, Jose Antonio?
Your miles per hour, and this is your RPMs, your fuel, and your battery. Right. So when you're cranked up, it should be up around 14. When when the engine's not running, it'll probably be around 12. That's okay. All right. And then if cold start, sometimes like you come down and you go to crank it and it doesn't crank right up, what you can do is you can put it in neutral right there. You can feel it when you go to neutral. You push in this button right here, and what that does, that puts you in a throttle neutral, so I can rev it and not go anywhere.
Oh, okay.
Let it get back down to running RPMs, click it back in. Now we're underway again. Okay. So if you want to hold on, we'll go for a little ride and I'll show you how she works. Yeah. You want to sit in the captain or the co-pilot's chair there? So is this your chair or your chair?
No. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to be here. I want to enjoy the ride here.
All right, guys, you ready?
Which lake is this one?
This is John's Lake.
So does this connect to somewhere? Like if we want to go for a ride?
Lakes that
we can.
Oh, and you also have tilt steering. So you push down on it. You put it there. All right, here we go. It up too high and listen to the motor. You hear that? Yeah, you're right. What's happening there is your prop so far out of the water that it's not grabbing the water anymore, and that's why you get the cavitate. So it's too high, right? So it's all about just feel. You'll get the feel of it where you need to be. Lower, front end goes down, slower speed before boat to water. Trim it up, front end out of the water, higher speed. Less boat to water. Okay. If you go up too high, you get the prop out of the water. The prop's not catching water now, so you get the cavitate.
Ahí. Yeah. He can see the depth in the GPS there, right?
That?
You can see the depth in the GPS.
Right.
The depth, yeah.
It's showing you the depth, but remember, it's showing you the depth back here, not what the front is. So now your back end, you're probably about 6 to 8 inches deeper in the back than you are in the front. So that's a good thing, especially if you're going through an area that might be shallow. So what you want to do is any shallow areas, slow speed, and then just watch your depth. Your sunglasses, are they polarized?
Yeah.
So hold them up. No, hold yours straight. Yeah, you're polarized. So you can see the ground. You can see through the water a little bit better. A lot of the lakes in Florida are kind of difficult because they're the cypress in them, so it's hard to see through. But you know that. So when any type of area that you're not real sure about, you want to go slow. I don't know if this one has navigation. Yeah. It does. Mm-hmm. So what you can do is on a lot of the charts that come with it will show you. They have already been mapped out and show you where the shallow areas are. Yeah. So you can switch to that screen, and you can run both screens on it depending on which ones you have here. Mm-hmm. You can run both screens on it, so that way if you're riding out through here, you can look. Okay, it's 12 feet up there, and I still have my depth. And I can see everything. All right.
Yeah.
Take the helm, my captain.
Vamos a ver qué pasa aquí.
Ma'am, it's your seat.
Okay.
All right. So you're still in gear right now. Go ahead and put it in neutral. Which is, go ahead and pull it back.
Pull back.
And you'll feel it click. All right. Now kind of wiggle it. No. Just so you're gonna pull back. Just there you go. Now you're in neutral. So this prop is not spinning. Okay. This way for reverse. This way for forward. All right.
Want to do forward?
Sure.
Let's go.
Now we set these boats up for a 20-hour service, first service. So you might notice sometimes if you're going full speed and the throttle slides back by itself, it's supposed to do that. Okay. The reason being is because they want you to have these engines checked at 20 hours to make sure that everything's running right now.
Okay. Which is bring it to you?
Yeah. You just bring it up to us, and we'll do the 20-hour service. And at that time, we tighten up the throttle as well.
How does it feel?
Like my daughter. Is it the right way?
Yeah, you'll have to go left a little bit. See the marsh right there?
Yeah.
So it gets a little bit shallow right there. So just watch out for things like that when you're on the water. You also want to watch for things floating in the water. You don't want to hit those, obviously. There's sticks, driftwood, whatever else. It's a little bit different than it's about the same as driving a car. You're cruising down the street. You see a tire in the middle of the street. Last thing you want to do is roll over it. The steel belts in the tires can poke holes in your tire. Similar in the water. If you hit a stick and you hit that thing just right, you poke a hole in your pontoon. So you just kind of have it's a full-time job when you're driving. You have to be aware of everything's going on.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you're going too slow.
I practice first.
Whoa, Mama hitting low below the belt on that one. Woo, Lordy. Go for it. Yeah, go for it.
Sure.
Yep, all the way up.
Yeah, there's no one
all the
here.
way.
Put it up.
Okay, so
go.
in a case like this, that we have this boat over there, we just need to keep going right.
Good. Yes.
To the right.
Did you take your course? All right, but now look at it. We got a different scenario now.
Oh,
See how he's moving?
yeah.
I have to
So
take
he's
the
coming
right.
this way.
right.
Yeah.
Right. So you pass him on your right. Good
Yeah.
job.
To the right. He's going to his
Yeah,
right
but
as
it's
well.
It's shallow now. What I do?
4 feet. You're fine. You got plenty of room. Now you're going. Now you see how you're going slow right now?
Yeah.
Right. Now if you speed up, that'll bring you up higher onto the water, so you won't be as low in the water as you are right now. And with this wave, just kind of cut across them here, kind of at a 45-degree angle, this way. There you go. And you won't feel them quite as bad.
Don't cut the
Keep
speed.
going.
Because then we're gonna go like lower in the water. We want to go like this.
Rusty.
I want to be the captain now.
You want
Want to drive?
to ride that? You take it.
Yeah. There you go.
What I do?
Bring it back. Pull it back. Keep going. Very good. You can leave it right there. Yeah, that's good.
Ya, páralo.
That's fine. Oh, I was gonna do this.
Yes, you can. You can move it up if you want to
I
adjust.
can?
Yep, you can slide them up if you want. You have to,
Okay.
see this one here, that one there, so there you go.
Okay. So, this, right?
Ya, fuego. Suavecito,
You can take us the rest of the way in if you want to.
Yeah, this is not, the steering is not like light. You cannot just do this.
Yeah, no, it's not power
So,
steering.
movement,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can get them with power steering on them, but
No, that's good. That's good because you don't want to be like doing like
yeah,
Harsh
you don't want to be making
movements.
any like sudden turns and stuff like that. Yeah.
no.
Aquí está la profundidad también.
So what do I do?
This is the way.
So now you see the weeds over there
Where?
to your right.
Uh-huh.
So it's gonna start getting shallower. So if you watch your gauge, you'll see it start getting shallower and shallower and shallower.
Okay.
So that's why you don't want to get too close to those. You want to stay a little bit away from them.
Okay. Should I just go over there?
I would go back this way. The lake ends right there. It doesn't go any further. But you can go through a canal back over that way and go to the other side if you want. It's a pretty good sized lake. The other thing to remember is in certain areas, like when you get close to docks and stuff, those are considered a no wake zone. So see how you're putting a wake off right now? So you'd want to go down to like a slow idle, so you don't put up too much wake, so you're not bouncing boats around and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, get on it real quick. All the way down. Come on, come on. All right, now while you're right there, you see how it feels right now? Stop there.
Tienen una vaquera.
Right now, you're probably at its peak point. Anymore, start doing the cavity. You'll figure it out. You know, you'll be excited. Right. Yeah, that's it. So we want to aim to go behind it. Did you guys do the motor safety course?
Yeah.
Yes, actually. All right, let's make a U-turn. Head down. Not the baby gate. So put your trim back down. Down, the down button. Your thumb. There you go. Good. Now make a turn.
Where are we going?
Right there.
Oh.
Take a hard left now. Or right,
The
whichever.
left? Oh.
Suave, suave, para no caer.
I'm completely lost. I don't know where we are. Like if I
And that's the good thing about having those is if you read the manual, because what you can do with that is you can set your waypoints. And what that means is, for example, where we put in, you would set as your beginning waypoint.
yeah.